Hey everybody, this is Robot here from Vespa Motorsport and ScooterWest.com. Today I'm here to talk about my boring commuter bike, the Beverly 350, or BV350 as it's known in the United States. If you watch some of the prior videos, I've featured services and talked about my daily commuter scooter, and I even suggested I was going to get a new one. Well, I didn't get a new one, I got a newer one. My prior BV350 was a 2013 model, which didn't have the ABS brakes or the traction control. Pretty much that's the only feature difference between a 2013, 14, and later BV. But of course, in my style, just like my Robot Sprint, I bought it in a salvage condition. You know, pretty much an insurance company deemed that this scooter was no longer worth keeping on the road. When I have the whole shop to my disposal with all the parts, used parts, I can refurbish one myself. So that's what I did. This is a 2017 BV350. Was in a pretty good wreck. I don't want to talk about the customer in a wreck. Unfortunately, on two-wheelers, wrecks happen. It happens in cars, it happens with pedestrians, it happens in the kitchen, it happens with skiers. So people get injured. You try to be safe out there no matter what you're doing. So that's enough of my safety talk for today, but let's show you my bike and what I have on it. So first of all, you can see it's in a unique color. If you know all the colors of the BV350, it never came in this khaki kind of tan gray color. I just picked this one day. I was commuting to work, as I always do on my BV350, the prior one, when I had this scooter completely taken apart. And I think I just saw a Mercedes Sprinter van, like right at the cafe up the street. I said, oh, that's a cool color. Let me look it up. Oh, okay, that's my color. That was about the furthest I went in researching color. I didn't think about it any further. Picked the color, called the paint shop, said mix whatever, Mercedes-Benz, I don't remember the color code, whatever. Let me get a quart of that paint or pint, whatever. Got the parts. I needed to replace some parts. It was pretty heavily damaged where there's some pieces that couldn't be refurbished, like they were ground down or broken. So fortunately with the BV350, there's very few painted parts. So first order, send all the parts out to paint. Sorry, I don't paint. That's why I never finished my multi-part painting a Vespa video, if you follow the channel. Someday I'll finish that. Do have video footage for it. But on to this scooter. So took it all apart. You can see in the valve adjustment service video kind of how far they have to come apart. Pretty much all the bodywork came apart. I even dropped the fork out. Fortunately, I was able to do some extra service. I put better grease on the fork bearings. So far it's pretty much in its stock form other than the paint job, a couple minor performance upgrades. Put the heated grips on there. It's got the Coso Apollo heated grips. I do like to use this in winter time. Even in San Diego, it drops into the high 30s and 40s, and my circulation in my hands isn't that great, so might as well keep mi manos caliente. So there's a windshield that I'm going to put on it for the winter. I haven't put it on in the summer. I usually like to ride these without the windshield. And I have an extra little button here. Eventually I'll put extra driving lights on there, the Baja Designs driving lights that I use for this. Got an extra key for the Givi top case that I've had on my prior BV350. Took it off, just swapped the whole entire rack. It's got the Givi Monolock base plate, which is like a standardized base plate. You can remove the case pretty good. This is a pretty high-end case. It costs more than the original BV350 case that would be color matched to a scooter, but easily disconnects from the plate if you want to remove it. And since I use the scooter for three things, there's only three things I use this for. I commute to work, I go grocery shopping with it, and I go to Tijuana with it, Mexico, go watch soccer games down there. Those are the only three things I've been doing with this thing for the last couple of years. You can call it routine. I save all my cool bikes. I'm not saying this isn't a cool bike, I like it. But my Vespas, I save those for my Sunday riding or if there's an event. This to me is just a tool, and it's the perfect tool for the freeway. Has tons of storage, as I've featured. Let's see what I have under here. I have a pair of Alpine Star boots. Usually wear those if I'm going on further distance. And of course I had to pick up some coffee this morning. Can't run out of coffee at home. I don't know, what's more important, having coffee at home or toilet paper? You tell me. But that's pretty much my BV350. Let me show you some of the performance mods I've done to it. So there's two essential performance mods if you want to just get a little bit more out of these scooters. Makes them a lot quicker off the line. Isn't going to raise the top speed. Isn't really going to increase the horsepower all that much. It's going to drop your fuel economy. I'm a little disappointed about that. This thing gets similar fuel economy to what a Toyota Prius gets. Kind of disgusting when it comes to you're on two wheels and it weighs about a fifth or a sixth of what a Toyota Prius does. But I'm not a Prius guy. I like two wheels. So I have the Akrapovic Muffler. Saved a little bit of money. It's a used one on there. You can see it's got tarnish and all that. I don't really care because I ride in the weather. Don't want to start with a new one. They work well with the scooter. They sound pretty nice. Start it up. Not too noisy. I definitely left the baffle on. I'm not much of a pipe guy. I definitely wouldn't be rocking this scooter without the baffle. There is some times where I'll be on it for 30 minutes, going to a soccer game, of course, and I kind of just wish it was a stock pipe, just quiet. Tend to put earplugs in if I'm going on a longer ride, kind of muffle out the noise. And the second performance mod is the Malossi Variator Kit. Real simple to install. Of course, you're going to need two specialty tools to hold the variator. You could see my belt service video shows how to do the whole job. Pretty much that's the same thing as if you're putting the variator kit. And that's mostly what's responsible for dropping the fuel economy. The RPMs stay higher at the peak torque values of this motor with included variator weights with that Malossi variator kit. But it's nice and quick off the line. In this form, it's definitely quicker than the new HPE Vespa off the line. These have always been much faster at the higher speeds, 0 to 60, or when you're motoring on the highway, just being a larger displacement motor, no replacement for displacement. But they've always been a little bit of a slug off the line, and those two simple mods make them nice and quick off the line. In fact, so quick that even on dry pavement, if you hammer it, you'll just see the traction control light flash at you. It indicates it's slipping the tire to some extent. You turn the traction control off, it's going to be a little quicker. If you have the traction control off and you're getting wild with the throttle and it's a little slick out there, you might have some wild times with it. Getting a little fishtail or something. And right now I'm going to make a third performance modification, very important one to me. It's very simple. You just insert the key into the gas pipe. This is only found on the American BV350s. You take this thing off, and I'm going to throw this in the trash because no one's going to steal my 3 gallons of gas, and I want to have quick, easy access to fill up my gas. It'll save me 20 seconds every time I fill up my gas. Don't have to deal with this little piece. Not important. If you're worried about someone stealing your gas, you may want to keep this part. So I hope everybody found that somewhat interesting. If so, thumbs up. If you don't think it's that interesting and I ride boring stuff, thumbs down. That's okay as well. And here's the ultimate one. Like I said, I don't really pay attention to any of the comments on the videos. This shirt, this is a shirt that Alex made and reminiscent of the original shirt that he made in the 90s. Let me turn around. It's our original racer logo, and it's just a retro t-shirt that we currently have in stock as of November 2019. And here's the challenge for you. The first person who can put the complete part number for this t-shirt on the comments, I'll mail them one of the shirts. So pretty much here's the rules to it. First comment that I see with a complete partner, that includes the size that I'm wearing right now. So whatever size I'm wearing, the part number for this shirt, you can find on our website. I have to poke around a little bit. The first person puts that down, and then send us an email at sales@scooterwest.com with like a screen capture of your YouTube name or whatever, handle, Google account name or whatever it is. Then we can verify it, and the sales guys will get you a shirt out. So first one to get the part number with the size. If you're watching this video like 2 years later, sorry, maybe you can still buy the shirt, search around and find it. A pretty popular shirt. Of course, the robot shirt's pretty popular still. Been trying to stop making that, but we just have to keep on making batches of that shirt. I don't know why everybody's so wild for the robot shirt. But until next time, this is Robot here, talking about my really interesting life. You know, robots are really interesting, aren't they? Scooterwest.com for all things Vespa and Piaggio scooters. Vespa Motorsport if you're looking to purchase a brand new or used scooter. Till next time, Robot here.